Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's the second video of 2021. We going strong. Yes, so today's video is going to be a usual video that happens yearly for the last couple of years, which is my top 10 movie rankings of so-and-so that year. So this one will be 2020. Yes, just to address if any movie you liked that I didn't have in my top 10, I'm sorry. This is my opinion, so don't take anything cruelly. Yeah, and also, with Australia, our cinemas were closed from about probably April to maybe August, because we were fortunate. So yeah, there might not be as many movies in the list, even though there's going to be 10 anyway, but usually there's a lot more movies I'd watch, because I only included cinema movies. Yeah, so we'll be right back. So at number 10, we've got The Gentleman, which stars Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, Hugh Grant, Colin Farrell, and so on. Yeah, with The Gentleman, it's a good movie. I just couldn't think of it anywhere higher for it. Also, just because I enjoyed the thing, definitely. I have it on Blu-ray, as you probably seen in the last couple of videos. Yeah. So, the acting's good. The plot is good. I just couldn't find anywhere higher for it. Yeah. So that's 10. Number 9 is probably going to be a surprising one, but it is The War with Grandpa, which stars Robert De Niro, Rob Higgle, the lady from Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill, Uma Thurman. Yes. So this movie is it's a movie where Robert De Niro's character, who is the father or dad of Uma Thurman's character, who moves in with her family, being her children and her husband. Yes. So this is a movie that the whole family can enjoy, because I went with me and my mum. Yeah. So it's nothing it might be a little predictable, but it's also pretty cool watching Robert De Niro be in a comedy again, because I'm used to seeing him in all the mafia movies like The Godfather, Goodfellas, and Taxi Driver and all that. Yeah, it's a good hour and a half. Just takes your mind away. The kid actually acts pretty well as well. So that's 9. Number 8 is the latest addition to this top 10 list. You probably know which one it is now. It is The Croods A New Age. I literally just watched this yesterday, which it's good. It's definitely not as good as the first one, because that's the case with most sequels, but it's definitely enjoyable. It's still got Nicolas Cage voicing Grug, Emma Stone, Ryan Reynolds voicing Guy. And then with new additions, you've got Peter Dinklage voicing Phil Betterman, who is a new family, Leslie Mann voicing his wife. Yeah. So The Croods A New Age it definitely shows that it's been delayed many times, because it was meant to come out in 2017 actually. But yeah, it's a good movie, I'll say that. It took my mind away again for an hour and a half. It also has details of you need to be together, but then sometimes you need to be apart too. Yeah, this came out on Boxing Day 2020, so I was do I include it in 2021 ranking next year or 2020? And I was oh, I'll chuck it in 2020. Yeah. If you've got any family, any children, adults, elderly people, if you get the chance, go watch it. It's a fun ride. That's number 8. Number 7 is Happiest Season, which in December I mentioned that Kristen Stewart was pretty hot, even though I'm not a lesbian, so let's hope I don't get ripped into for that. But yeah, The Happiest Season is another, it's like, you wouldn't say it's a traditional Christmas movie because it's based around a lesbian who is played by Mackenzie Davis going home for Christmas and taking Kristen Stewart's Abby with her, who the family don't know that she's exactly a lesbian yet. Yeah. So, and then you've got a lot of other stars, Dan Levy from Schitt's Creek, been recently watching that. That's hilarious. We'll probably keep going. Yeah, you've got Garber from Legends of Tomorrow and The Flash and so on. Yeah, Aubrey Plaza, Mary Steinbergen, yeah, and Alison Brie. Yeah. So this movie, if you're a fan of Christmas movies, this is good. I think Kristen Stewart and Mackenzie Davis's chemistry wasn't fully there, but it was as well. So yeah, Happiest Season is 7th. If you're a fan of Christmas movies, it's a good movie. Yeah. Try and maybe watch it soon. That's 7. Number 6. We're this close to the top 5. Yes. So number 6 is Sonic the Hedgehog with Ben Schwartz. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Yeah, and Jim Carrey playing the villainous Dr. Robotnik. Yeah. So this movie was a pleasant surprise for probably, I'd say, the whole world. Because no one knew that this movie would have been as good, because I know it went through troubled Sonic designs. Public hated it. Yeah, so they changed it. Because at first he kind of did look a bit like Peter from Jumanji, who turned into a monkey, was it? Yeah. So Sonic the Hedgehog is number 6. It was a surprise. Jim Carrey returned to form. Let's hope he appears in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in 2022, which isn't that far away actually. Yeah, so that's number 6. We've hit number 5. Yes. So number 5 is Christopher Nolan's, you probably know what it is now, Christopher Nolan's Tenant, which with this movie, I get why people criticize it, because at points the noise level was really loud. You can't hear the dialogue, but yeah, it's still a good movie. But I'm not going to try and explain it now, because even though I think I knew what I was talking about, I still don't fully understand it, so I'll have to rewatch it soon. Robert Pattinson's in it. Aaron Taylor Johnson's in it, who played Quicksilver in the MCU. You've got Himish Patel from Yesterday. John David Washington, Denzel Washington's son. Yeah, so Tenant is a good movie aside from the noise problems. Yeah, but it's still a good movie. So if you've got a spare 2.5 to 3 hours to spare, just watch it. Yeah, and if you're a Nolan fan, you might not particularly like it, but yeah, I enjoyed it, so that's what matters. Yeah, so that is number 5. So at number 4, which might be a surprising one to a lot of you, it is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn, of one Harley Quinn. Yes, that title's probably wrong, so that's why they shortened it to Birds of Prey, or Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey. Yes, so I know a lot of people hated this movie, just because it wasn't, so many people thought it was poorly put together. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The rating was perfect for it. It needed it. And with Harley Quinn being played by Margot Robbie once again. Margot Robbie's solid. Yeah. So, and Ewan McGregor playing the villainous Black Mask, who we don't actually see have much of him wearing the mask. Yeah. So let's hope that changes with Flashpoint, maybe, or the Flash movie. Yeah. I just think all the birds of prey, like, gelled. You could tell they had fun making this movie. Yeah. And I enjoyed it, so that's why it is 4. I'm looking forward to the Suicide Squad this year. Number 3 is a potentially finishing trilogy movie, which you probably know what it is now. It is Bad Boys for Life. This movie was like, the Bad Boys 2 came out in 2002. So this is editing Billy here. For Bad Boys 2, I meant, correction, it came out in 2003, not 2002. Yes. So that was almost 18 years ago, nearly my birthday, or my birth year. Yeah, Bad Boys for Life definitely was better than I would have anticipated it to be, because you think 18 years since a sequel. What happened? Why? I know they were trying to make one like years ago, but yeah, Bad Boys for Life is good. It's a good finalizing movie in a trilogy if they are doing that, but I've also heard that they might be making a Bad Boys 4. So yeah, that's why I think they should have left the name Bad Boys for Life for the 4th one and called this one Bad Boys 3 or something. Yeah. But Martin Lawrence and Will Smith still shine, which I think this would have been Martin Lawrence's maybe first main starring role since maybe Big Mama's House in like 2011 or something. Yeah, he does not seem like he's been away that long. Yes, so that is why Bad Boys for Life is 3. Down to the final 2. You're probably not going to exactly like what my top 2 are, but yes. So, number 2 is going to be Wonder Woman 1984. I know yous are going to be clicking off right now. Yeah. So the reason I enjoyed Wonder Woman 1984 is because I didn't expect it to be as good as Wonder Woman from 2017. I still expected it to be good, which, in my opinion, I didn't mind it. I do agree that there is way too many plot holes. How, not going to spoil anything because it's only been out a week and a half. Yeah, so it is a good movie, but it also does get slow at points. But I enjoyed Kristen Wiig's portrayal of the cheetah, or Barbara. Yeah. So, and someone who perfectly plays their role is Pedro Pascal, who, he seems to be just popping up in everything now. Star Wars, DC. Is he going to be in Marvel next? Who knows? Yeah, and We Can Be Heroes, which surprisingly I enjoyed as well on Netflix. Check it out. Check it out if you've got Netflix and you have small children or you want to just watch it. Yeah. So, I'm probably going to get hate for this, but I really enjoyed Wonder Woman 1984. I'll say it's not as good as the first one. There was definitely things wrong with it, but I just forgot about it. Just went in, had a fun time watching it for 2.5 hours with some comedy thrown in there, yeah. So that is why Wonder Woman 1984 is number 2. What number 1 will be in a minute. Honourable mentions, which this honourable mentions will just be for the whole top 10 list. So you've got movies like The Comeback Trail with Robert De Niro. It's another comedy. Morgan Freeman's in it. Yeah, which is a movie about he's a producer, he needs to make a lot of money to give back to Morgan Freeman's character. Yeah, it's not too bad. I just couldn't find a spot for it in top 10. Rams with Michael Keaton, not Michael Keaton, the Batman actor. Yeah, and Sam Neill, which I enjoyed this movie. I know it was a remake or reimagined of the 2015 Swedish or like European movie somewhere, or even Iceland or something. Yeah, so with Rams, it was good. I just couldn't find anywhere for it again. One under it, not going to talk about. Force of Nature, Mel Gibson, totally shit. Don't go anywhere near that movie unless you literally want to go spend an hour and a half not enjoying yourself. I did kind of enjoy myself just picking out everything that was wrong, but I'm not going to try and keep going because some people enjoy that movie. Yeah, 1917. I didn't highly rate, but I get why everyone does. And then you've probably got The Secret Garden, which is Colin Firth recently. Yeah, not too bad, but couldn't find a way in. Midway, which I personally did enjoy better than 1917. Probably going to get ripped into again for that. Because I know Midway is kind of more based on a true event. Yeah. Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. was in my honourable mentions of top 10. Just because you have to think, it's a kid's family movie. I enjoyed Doolittle quite a lot. I didn't give a shit about his accent wasn't exactly correct or anything. Yeah. But they had a lot of stars in that movie, like Tom Holland was voicing an animal. Yeah. Kumail Nanjiani voiced someone else. Yeah, and then possibly the last one was The Witches, which I will say I haven't watched the original 1990s one with Angelica Houston, but I heard The Witches, the new one, is totally not as good, but it's a new reimagining for newer people. Yeah, so those are honourable mentions, and 4 Kids in It, which wasn't too good, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, that's honourable mentions. Back to number 1. So, we have made it to number 1. This is probably going to surprise you, or not. It is Bill and Ted Face the Music, which you've probably known I'm a big Bill and Ted fan. Yeah, this movie was good. Just, it's another thing with the sequel, with the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey came out in 1992, with the first one coming out in 1989. Yeah, so Bill and Ted Face the Music picks up 30 years after Bogus Journey, which they think they wrote the song to reunite the world, but as if you've seen the movie, that didn't exactly happen. Yes, Alex Winter, Keanu Reeves boss their roles still. And it's also just a fun movie that you can get carried away. Even, I'd say if it wasn't a Bill and Ted sequel, it wouldn't be as highly rated, but I did enjoy the female characters sorry, my hair's fucking up. Yeah, so the female characters who are played by Sigourney Weaver, no, not Sigourney Weaver, Samara Weaving, and Bridget Lundy Payne, I believe. Yeah, they played their parents' female counterpart perfectly. Yeah, so Bill and Ted Face the Music is number 1 because I'm a big Bill and Ted fan. I loved it. Yeah, I'm not skeptical. I don't want them to do a 4th, but a spin-off with Samara Weaving and Bridget Lundy Payne might not be a bad idea. But yeah, I'd want Keanu and Alex to pop up at least. Yes, so that is why Bill and Ted Face the Music is number 1. I loved it. 3rd time lucky. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed this kind of content from me, this guy right here, you can click the little red subscribe button down below, but as I've said in a lot of other videos, I'm not exactly forcing you to do that. So yes, hopefully you'll have another video coming out in the next couple of days, with it being my most anticipated movies of 2021. Yeah, 3 videos for the first week and a half of the year. So that might not be happening for the rest of the year, but yeah. See ya.